Hey guys, we already did go over how to play the follow-up attack team with 37 and Niangzi, but today it's time to look at the real deal with GU and Pickles and go over how this team plays and what makes it so fantastic and how you apply the synergy between all of those characters together. Now, GU is all about performing extra actions, and she consumes something called liquor to deal more damage with these follow-up attacks, with these extra actions. And she does gain liquor at the start of every single round. She gains more liquor if she has enough buffs on herself. 4 in total equal 1 more liquor. Since GU is from the mineral inflators, Pickles grants every single turn 2 random buffs to GU, which grants her a whole bunch more liquor every single turn. Now, if you want to play GU, all you have to do is you have to use her channel incantation. You want to use this as much as possible, if possible every single turn, because this incantation, to keep it simple, does every single thing that GU needs, is provided from this channel incantation to her. So this is always what you start with. This will give you the tipsy status, and if you are in the tipsy status, every time one of your allies takes an action, GU will follow up with a follow-up attack in form of her incantation number 1. She can do this up to 3 times per turn. Also, if any ally takes an action, which we do, for example, with this channel incantation, then, since we are from the mineral inflators and Pickles stays behind us, Pickles will cast his incantation number 1 at rank 2 onto 2 enemies for free. Though this incantation dispels all the buffs from the 2 targets it hits. Alright, this is this insane synergy between just GU and Pickles in a nutshell. Then, of course, we already know how we want to play this team, right? The first priority is always to get the flutter page channeling with her ultimate up as fast as possible. So, since we already used the channel incantation for GU, we continue with flutter page. Give us AP 1, grant her more moxie, and the next thing we want to do is apply shells with Fatutu, because the more shells we apply and reapply, the more follow-up attacks Fatutu will do. See, we channel this with GU, Pickles follows up on the follow-up attack, then flutter page attacks, GU follows up with the follow-up attack, flutter page attacks again, and GU follows up with the follow-up attack. Then, since enough shells are applied and reapplied, Fatutu attacks with the follow-up attack, and GU follows up on that follow-up attack. And you can already see that this is a constant channeling of follow-up attacks going on here if you just do a few things right. And again, now what do we want to do, right? What did we just figure out? We want to use this channel incantation with GU every single turn if possible. The problem is that our second priority here is not fulfilled. We cannot use an incantation with flutter page to grant her the last moxie that she needs, so we have to make sure we get that incantation. We pray now, if we reroll, that we get the channel incantation for GU back and any incantation for flutter page. So let's go for it and see what happens. There we go. Yeah, perfect. We channel, we apply AP plus 1. That already gives flutter page 5 moxie. Perfect. Then we gonna apply shells, we gonna take shells away, and now we can do whatever we want. The best thing is, of course, to use the incantation with flutter page, as this grants her gust, and that will improve her damage output.
Let's get it over quick.
And you see, this is how simple it is to play GU. Always just use the channel incantation at the very beginning of your turn and see that you get Flutter Page's ulti going, apply shells with Fatutu, and that's basically it. Everything else kinda happens just by itself. And there we go. Now that we have unlocked Flutter Page's ultimate, our next priority is to get Pickles ultimate up, excuse me, because it grants the entire team plus 30% damage for 3 rounds. Not too shabby, but you can see our hand. We don't have what we want with GU. We don't have that channel incantation. So, since we don't have that, we reroll. That's as simple as it is. And boom, there we got it. We use it.
Another star?
Now, of course, you have to use Flutter Page's ulti always first, right? If you that's the only scenario in which you don't use the channel incantation for GU first, but Flutter Page first, because now if Flutter Page channels her ultimate, she will always follow up on follow-up attacks with a follow-up attack. And since GU does follow-up attacks 3 times every single round, Flutter Page will follow up on this 3 times per round, and it's absolutely insane. I will showcase this right now. So, Flutter Page ultimate, we channel with GU, and we go from there. Now we figured out that we want to unlock the ultimate for Pickles, so we use some incantations with him actively. Now we have his ultimate, and then we simply, yeah, we can do whatever we want. 1+1 AP, or we heal with Fatutu, right? Whatever we need. We don't need to heal, so we give us +1 AP with Flutter Page for the next turn. So now, Flutter Page will follow up with the follow-up attacks on follow-up attacks. Boom, already. Then, yeah, because of the channel. Then, yeah, GU follows up on the follow-up. Now again, see, she attacks. She attacks again. And Flutter Page will follow up on this. And Pickles will follow up on this. This will retrieve shells, so Fatutu will go nuts, you see? And there we go. Now Flutter Page goes nuts. She will do a couple of more follow-up attacks. There we go. Boom. And that's like the chain reaction here. And you see how crazy this is, right? Like everyone goes nuts. There's a follow-up attack, is followed up by another follow-up attack. And you see every time an ally takes an action, Pickles attacks. Then, since Pickles attacks, Flutter Page follows up with a follow-up attack. Now, since Flutter Page did that follow-up attack, GU does a follow-up attack. Since GU now did a follow-up attack, Flutter Page does a follow-up attack. That happens, that cycles back and forth between GU and Flutter Page 3 times per turn. All of this will retrieve shells that we applied with Fatutu. Now, since we have applied and retrieved those shells, Fatutu, excuse me, will also do a follow-up attack. And you see, it's a constant cycle that plays itself. As long as you just follow the 2 very simple steps of constantly using the channel ability with GU and unlocking Flutter Page's ultimate as fast as you possibly can, and never forget to apply shells with Fatutu. That's all you have to do, and the rest is played by itself. And that's it for the video, guys. I hope that was fun and informative. If you like Reverse1999 content in general, please consider leaving a follow on my channel. I would really appreciate that. But until next time, don't forget to join the Discord server. Yeah, take care of yourselves, have a great day, and we love this game.